Let me start with some pretty blooms because we're going to go into the gross stuff pretty soon. So we have one dendrobium that thinks it's fall. And then over here, oh, I can't get to it. We have a Sherry baby, our close relative. Now onto the gross stuff. Oh, look at that. More bloom tulips. And actually, oh, we're running out of battery now. We have a bloom spike starting here. All right, now on to the main event. Cattleyas and scale. Good morning, gardeners. Although for me, it's not a good morning. I'm out here working on my plants. I've been away, you know, and I noticed this one was curled. I think that happened before, and then it's got yellowish. And this is the plant that I believe brought me scale. And look at there. In case you're questioning, I see lots of people online saying, is this scale, or they think they have thrips, and it looks like this white powdery stuff here. I'm sorry. This is what scale looks like. I don't know how close you can get. That's what scale looks like. And it has two parts to scale. It has these little brown ones, which are like male, and then these white ones take over. Those are the females. Yeah, and when you have something like that, it means that much. Then I'm going to have some other plants that are affected. Oh yeah, look at this one. Look at that. It's disgusting. So pissed. Yet it had this new growth that looked all healthy and stuff. So yeah, there's some more of the male right there. Yeah, this plant is one I chopped all up before. I'm not sure. Green Glade. I'm pretty sure this is my original bad plant. How did I get in there? Yeah. So let's go check some of the others that sit by it. And after we check them, then we'll clean this up, and I'll show you a little trick. Because see this sheath? When you got this right by it, I bet it's all up and under here, and that's probably how it retained it, even though I cleaned it once before. I bet that there was something hidden there. In this plant, I think I'm going to even replace the media because it can get that far down. Okay, I've grabbed the two plants that were closest to it. Now this one looks pretty healthy because look at that. And then this big new shoot here. But so let's see. Let's go on a scale hunt. Usually it's just on the back of leaves that I've seen, or in the sheath. This one's not looking too bad, even though this is next to that one. Oh, no, there we go. The chances of this one not having it were almost zero. There's some on the front of a leaf, so you don't see that. I don't see that very often. Other people may. Oh yeah, there's some right there, and all the way up that leaf. Oh yeah, if you look at it from this angle, look at this. That's where you see it all. You have to look from below. Okay, these two are nearby, but not right next to. They're looking wimpy, but I was gone, and all my plants got watered like almost every day. Anytime they were watered, everybody got watered. Yep, here's the beginning. And that's the wimpy leaf on this one. I said that has a wimpy leaf. Oh, and look, here's another place. Let's see, I don't know if my camera's going to let me do this. But up in the notcha there, yeah, you got to. And that's how I end up breaking leaves. And just for fun, let's pull this back and see what we have. And we have scale. When you have it in the, what's that called, an apex? When you have it up in here and it's fold, then you're almost going to always have it, or I've always had it when I pull that back. Alright, so here's another one that was pretty close vicinity, but not right next to it. Now what I like about this one is the leaves are standing straight up, so I can get a pretty good look. That has a whitishness to it, but I don't believe that's scale. But doesn't matter. When I pull out the alcohol and kill all the scale off, I am going to wipe that just in case it is. See, I get all this residue from the water, from the Florida hard water. So I don't know. Now, two things. It has a real healthy piece right here. Well, but it has this curved leaf, and I'm very suspicious of curved leaves. Okay, it seems okay. It'll be interesting to see what's under these. I used to didn't mess with the sheath, the old drying sheaths, but I tell you what, I do now. That could have been some of the brown scale I just wiped off with my finger. Now I have to go wash my hands, and that could be a little piece of white scale, I don't know. But it's gonna get, I'm gonna wipe it down either way. Okay. I rednecked a mist irrigation system. Okay, my tools are going to be cotton rounds, Q-tips. Usually I can do it with just Q-tips, but this is way too much. And then alcohol. Now, I brought a hydrogen peroxide because for any that I repot, I might want to check the roots. But right now, I'm just going to show you how I do it with the alcohol. And I'm turning this plant on its side so I can access it. That is like the worst I've ever seen on any one plant. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this with two hands because I am so right-handed. All right, so I soaked, this is completely soaked in alcohol. As gross as this is, it's also very satisfying. I'm just, ooh, I must have a cut on my finger. I can feel the alcohol. All right. And it should look brown. And it does. It's brown and disgusting. And see the damage it did there? Those little things just have sucked away. It's okay. It's going to be I'm going to win this fight. Well, maybe. Oh, it's turning over. The red plant. Yep, and there's more of it. That's what it looks like when you pull off scale. So, alright, so the rest I'm going to need to do with two hands, but you can see there's still, the brown ones are sometimes a little harder to get off. They're underneath all that. But that's the gist of it. And then I will come back when I get this one done and show you what when I get to one, maybe this one. One where I need to use a Q-tip. And I thought I had that leaf pretty cleaned off, and look what I got when I just ran it again. Amazing. Oh, that's my clean ones. My dirty ones are over here. Yeah, be sure to keep your stuff very separated. And I just ran a quick one across the top of this, thinking that the top of the leaf was okay. Oh no, I got some ick. Look, there's a brown one right there, I think. So, while I don't like to put alcohol in anything that doesn't have to have it, I think when you have one this bad, you have to. Next, I'm going to go in and pull the sheaths off and see what we find. Okay, so this is what I found under the sheath, and if you want to know if it's scale or not, let's just do... Sometimes the brown is the damage they've done, but in this case, I thought so. It was scale on the top. Alright, so here's one. Okay, this is a good example. See how all that scale is right at the top of the sheath? The dried out sheath? Oh! Pull it down, you can start to see it's exposing more scale. Okay, it doesn't go too far down, it looks like. Before I get to some shiny green, pretty pseudobulbs. I'm trying not to dig my fingernails into the plant with this cloth. This is just a quick one. I'll do another one. I'm just reusing the other side of that one. But this is going to need lots more than that. Yep. Ugh. It's disgusting. As I'm starting to clean this one, see I got a little bit so far, only went up about this high. Just want to remind you to be sure to get these brown ones. A lot of times that's all you'll have is brown ones because that's when they're first coming. The white ones are the ones that are so apparent, but you have to look for the little brown ones. Like right there. Can you see that little brown one right there? They're part of this mess. I got him. He's right there. My camera's, it's a little high focus. And I just spilled alcohol over my camera, so my camera's dropped. When we're cleaning scale, also don't forget the very edges, because sometimes the edges have a little white dusting or a little brown one stuck on there. And if you're going to go to the trouble of cleaning it, a plant, you need to get it all off, or else it's just coming right back. And that came from cleaning the edges of a plant. Nothing I could see in this particular one. Sometimes you can see it on the edges, sometimes you can't. Can you see that scale under that sheath? A lot of times if you're at the bottom level of the sheath, because it's layers, if you're at the bottom layer, you can use your alcohol pad and just wipe the whole thing away, sheath and scale and all. So even if you think it could possibly be water or anything else, a piece of whatever, debris on your leaf, wipe it with alcohol. There you go. See that? All right, let's switch hands. Try to hold the camera with my left hand. All right, we're going to go down in here with the alcohol-soaked Q-tip. Try to get that out. Yeah, I busted a few leaves doing this, cracked them. If they're damaged by the, yeah, it's on there, see the, I don't know if you can see the brown. Yeah, there it is. If the leaf is pretty damaged by the scale, when you stick something down in there, it may split. It's just what's going to happen, maybe. All right, I'm going to continue on with this plant. Okay, sometimes it's going to be really, really hard to get to something. Like, see that piece here, and then that piece here. Get out of the way, root. In between there, just a little, I think there's just a little bit of scale in there. And if I don't try to get in there, the Q-tip, then my plant would still have scale. Oh, and I pull it out only to find some even deeper down in there. Oh, I just hate messing in the roots like that, getting alcohol in there, but it's what you got to do. I mean, if you don't, the plant can die of it anyway, so I'd rather take my chances on the alcohol. As you can see, I took it out, got rid of a lot of dead roots, not all of them. Accidentally removed a bunch of green roots too. And that's why I don't have all the dead ones off, because I'm trying to be careful. But I'm going to trim it a little bit more too. So when you see a little brown spot like that one's kind of big. And this one's kind of small. But either way, when you see them and you wonder, is that scale or is that, just some sort of damage, just run your wipe over it and you'll know. These two happen to be damaged. I've already run it over. But look right here. There's some that isn't. See how it's on the edge? Be sure to get those edges. One thing about cleaning scale off of a plant is that you have to be very methodical and remember where you are, because it's really easy, or at least for me, to be working on something little like this and then looking over and seeing over here a big thing of it and immediately rushing over here because it just looks so bad. But you have to be very methodical. In fact, if I had a big plant, I think I would almost tie some ribbons around the ones that I had done, or thread or something, so I'd know where I'd been, because you can just jump all over the plant as you're looking for stuff. Like, I kind of thought this one was done, and now look at that. That little one right there might be damaged. Let's check it out. Let's see if I missed it in hurrying from one area to another. If it's scale, it's going to come off. And it came off. So see, I missed one. That's a lot to do. This plant this size can take 30 minutes. So I guess the takeaways from this are that to be methodical about it, because it's really easy to miss it, to check your plants often, which I was doing, but then I've been away a few times lately and haven't, like in the last month or 6 weeks. I use alcohol on them, and then you can use like a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water on roots. Look that up before you do it. Yeah, and be sure to get down in those crevices, down in, down in the crevices of the plant, down in here. Be sure to get in under the sheaths. I was always of the school of leave the sheaths alone, let Mother Nature do its job. But when it comes to scale, it's a good hiding spot. You may break and lose leaves doing this. Pseudobulbs, even the whole pseudobulb. Just because, if they've invaded a tender area, there's a chance it's going to snap a break. You might lose part of your plant, but that's better than losing the whole plant, right? Okay, well, thanks for watching. I know this was kind of a gross one. I will show a few more cleanups, just little clips, but wanted to say thanks for watching my gross video of scale.